us. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us. Oh.
I feel sorry for y'all for listening to that. So let's see. Today. So yesterday I did something kind of gnarly. I kind of worked with this like energetic healer, and she kind of specializes in getting inside of your pain body and kind of bringing traumas to the surface to process. So a little bit outside my wheelhouse. So I'll just kind of tell y'all what happened, and I don't know what the point of this message will be other than sharing is caring. So, but yeah, so I kind of get in contact with this girl, and we're on the phone and we're kind of talking about it, and I guess to kind of keep it short and sweet, she kind of has me go into kind of more of a meditative state, and I guess she's able to kind of energetically link with me, and then she's able to kind of walk through some things. And she spent a lot of time just kind of getting me to talk about like my past and like my childhood and growing up and my relationships and things like that, which is pretty difficult for me, honestly, because like I'm one of those guys that like I just kind of move to the next thing. Like I just kind of move forward. I don't really dwell, and I don't really, you know, waste any of my quote like brain bandwidth on things that are kind of said and gone. You know what I mean? It's like the phase came, the phase gone, it had its place. There's certain lessons I draw from it, but it's like I'm always on to the next one or whatever, right? So like, especially when it comes to just talking about my childhood and stuff, I'm like, it's hard to get stuff out of me. So amazingly though, we were able to get something out of me. And like one of the things that is like a reoccurring theme throughout my life is just kind of this, you know, embarrassment factor that I have. So like, kind of hear me out. Like I remember growing up, like I was one of those kids, like whenever I got like called out in front of the classroom or anything like that, or any similar situation, like I'd get all embarrassed, my face would get all red, you know what I mean? And I just like wanted to duck into my turtle shell and like let nobody ever look at me ever again. You know? So like, and a lot of that, so we're trying to figure out like why that's the case, you know? So we kind of jump into it, and it's kind of just like, you know, what do other people think about me? Self-esteem thing? Is it a confidence thing? You know, and probably all that's varying degrees of true. But then we kind of hit home on something, and it was like being wrong about something. So like me being wrong makes me self-conscious, and then like I am not as confident or any of that kind of stuff. So it was interesting because I had to say, she made me say like I am wrong, like a bunch of times, you know, to kind of just process it, or I guess bring it up. So I'm just saying it like I am wrong, and like I'm telling you, like as I'm saying it, I'm like getting, like I feel the anger, you know, like if it was like Star Wars, you know, like I feel your anger, you know, I was like, ugh. And yeah, I like totally was feeling it, and I was like, why am I feeling so much like emotion from just saying I'm wrong, such a simple thing or whatever, right? I felt like I was Gollum, right? I'm like, I'm wrong. No, you're not wrong. I'm wrong. No, you know, it's like a double driving alert. It's like I was a two-headed monster in there or whatever, Jekyll and Hyde. So anyway, it was interesting, and then like we kind of processed it a little bit more, and then you know, I had to like kind of forgive it and stuff, and I felt really mellow when it was all said and done. Definitely real calm and just kind of at ease a little bit. But again, something like that's also difficult for me because I was like, you know, it's somebody new, I don't really know them, you're letting them into your energy, you know, I'm kind of an empath by nature, so I'm like guards up a lot. So it was an interesting experience. And then I had a dream last night about, basically I was like in school and I was trying to get like something done last second and turned in like a test or something, and like I couldn't get the answer right. Like I knew I was getting it wrong, so I was like freaking out. I was like, I can't turn this in if it's wrong, you know. So it was all relevant to the whole like I am wrong thing I just did a couple hours earlier. So, you know, what do I think about being wrong objectively? I mean, it's part of the human experience, you know, like people are going to say stuff, people are going to be wrong. So like I always, especially nowadays, I focus on intent, right? Your intent's good and pure, and like you're trying to say truthful things, even if you might not know, you know, it's okay to be wrong. Like I think as a society today, like everybody's like super guarded about being wrong, and Maybe I'm just projecting, right? But yeah, it's like people don't want to speak up and then sound silly and be wrong, and then it's the internet and everybody remembers everything, so they're going to go back at you and be like, look, you said this 10 years ago, you were wrong. You know what I mean? Versus like, it's okay to be wrong. You actually learn a lot from being wrong, and then like you carry those lessons forward, you know? So like, it's okay to be wrong. So, I don't know. That's just kind of what happened yesterday. Thought it was interesting, and I figured I'd let you guys know.